Taylor with a side headlock and right hands, and Taylor introducing Steiner and Sting's foreheads and face right in the corner, and in comes Sting.
Beautiful side body press by Taylor. He's got the leg. He's got him pinned. Carl freaking Terry's got him pinned. He's got him cradled. He's got him wrapped up. But there's Eddie Gilbert up there. There's that popped him. Carl's got to get over to the legal men of the ring.
From the historic Cowtown Coliseum, next to Billy Bob's, Texas, in the heart of the Fort Worth Stockyards, it's Power Pro Wrestling. 60 minutes of the wildest action in professional wrestling, featuring the stars of the Universal Wrestling Federation.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Cowtown Coliseum and Power Pro Wrestling. You've just seen footage of Terry Taylor, gentleman Chris Adams, winning the Universal Tag Team Championship. Hello again, everyone. I'm Jim Ross, along with Cowboy Bill Watts, the president of the UWF. Bill, we've got another tremendous hour, including the Power Pro debut of the sensational rookie Steve Cox.
Sure do. We got a great crowd on hand waiting for us to get it kicked off. And we've had a lot of controversy about the penalty box. And Michael Hayes, Dark Journey, Sunshine. Jim, there's a lot of things for the fans to see here tonight.
Exactly right, ladies and gentlemen. Plus, you're going to see Savannah Jack go against Hot Step Eddie Gilbert for the television championship. You'll see the new tag team champions in action. And as Bill was mentioning, the penalty box situation has really reached a boiling point. And recently on the UWF, the fans are going to see, Bill, two situations involving the penalty box. I think tells the whole story.
I think it will.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's see that footage, and then we'll go to the ring.
When we have a match against the missing link, whether it's singles or in tag teams, that little poor excuse for a frustrated woman, Dark Journey, is always interfering. And quite frankly, I think, Mr. President, that it's time that you show your authority. Because see, this master brain's come up with a plan to put Dark Journey right where she belongs, in a cage. Because I'm sure she feels right at home in a cage.
I agree that there's too much interference.
All right.
Too much interference, often by you, by Sunshine, by Missy Hyatt, by Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. I think you've got a real good idea. You know, in ice hockey, they have a penalty box. I think this cage would make a great penalty box, that when there's a valet, like when in your match and Sunshine gets caught for interference, I think maybe she ought to be stuck in here for 1 minute.
You two-tone Cadillac. Class does not belong. Cadillac, you're nothing but the Freebird's dog until you see it.
Hey, hold on. Don't start messing with my Sunshine. Don't you start messing with it. You understand me? Now wait. Put her in there. Put her in there. Now, that's where you belong. You look real good, girl. Run your mouth now. Now you see what a real woman's like. Come on, girl, get out. Get out.
Michael P.S. Hayes and Sunshine making their way to the ring. And now let's go up to ring announcer Doyle King.
This match is scheduled for one fall or television time remaining. Introducing first, to my right, weighing 244 pounds from Bad Street, USA, Freebird Michael P.S. Hayes. He's accompanied to the ring by fabulous Freebird family member Sunshine.
Michael Hayes and Sunshine. Michael Hayes, the head of the Freebird family. And quite a difference in music that will bring young Sam Houston, the native Texan, to the ring.
That's right, Jim. This crowd is already behind this youngster. A little two-stepping.
He's a proud young man from the great state of Texas. Sam Houston, and we're right next door to the Honky Tonk, the biggest at Billy Bob's.
That's right. There's a lot of great entertainment always on tap at Billy Bob.
From Waco, Texas, Sam Houston.
Tanya Tucker next door tonight. Sam Houston may just be two-stepping to her music.
That's
but right now, I know he's got his mind on another step or two.
Are you sure you want to put up your reputation in the UWF on me?
Michael Hayes forgets a lot of people underestimated him at one time. Maybe he shouldn't overestimate himself against young Sam Houston. One thing about Billy Bob's, the fans generally come here for the National Power Pro Wrestling taping, then they go right on over to Billy Bob's and enjoy the big name entertainment there, and Billy Bob's generally accommodates them right in for their wrestling ticket. It's the greatest package you ever saw, and you can see the crowds are growing here.
Michael Hayes helping Sunshine from the ring. Let's hope she stays out there. Hayes with a lot of charisma.
Well, a lot of psyching out there, but I don't think Sam Houston's getting psyched out. He's handing it right back to Michael Hayes.
Carl Fergie, the third man in the ring. Side headlock applied by Michael Hayes to Sam Houston here on Power Pro Wrestling.
Sam very, very quick. Michael Hayes bails out. He better have a conference.
Michael was pretty quick as well, Bill, in leaving the ring, and now he's coming right back in. Michael's always complaining. I didn't see any hair pull that time. Maybe my eyesight's failing me, but I don't think so. The fans here are not agreeing with Michael, or Sunshine for that matter. Nice tie-up into the side headlock by Michael Hayes. It's going to be a great hour, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see the Power Pro debut of Steve Cox in the hour. We're very excited about that young man.
So far, Sam Houston has really dictated the pace of this match to Michael Hayes. Hayes has not been able to intimidate him. I think he's getting pretty frustrated right now.
Hayes back on the apron. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been notified that we need to take a commercial break. We'll be back with more Power Pro Wrestling and this encounter after this very brief timeout.
Behold the beer belly. 50 million Americans need a shortcut to get from fat to flat. Introducing the Gut Buster. It's the ultimate fitness machine specifically designed to firm and flatten the stomach as nothing else can. And ladies, if you're as serious as he is, that flat stomach you had in high school can be yours again. Basic spring-ups like these work the upper abdominal region. Reverse for tension-assisted high risers. This sturdy unit travels easily so you can exercise anywhere. And it's yours with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So go ahead, Gutbusters. If you're serious about a flat stomach, exercise your right to call toll-free now.
To order, call 1-800-453-3599. That's 1-800-453-3599. Use your credit card to avoid COD charges, or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $3 shipping and handling to The Gutbuster, Box 60, Department E, Los Angeles, California. That toll-free number again is 1-800-453-3599.
We're back here after the commercial break, and it's gone hot and heavy. Michael Hayes complaining about young Sam Houston breaking the rules that Michael Hayes was breaking, and just couldn't keep up with Sam Houston.
I think the penalty box situation, Bill, fits this Freebird situation to a T.
Well, you need a couple of penalty boxes probably, Jim. One for Michael Hayes, too. Certainly, the penalty box is an interesting situation. Should have a lot of fan appeal, because the whole concept is if both of those valets would end up in there at the same time. Oh! Michael Hayes right flat on his face as he tried to leap over Sam Houston, and Sam Houston elevated him.
I think the end result of the fans may, Dark Journey's promised she will be in the penalty box if Sunshine goes in. And there's not much room in there. You can't hide.
No, there's nowhere to hide in there.
Another side headlock by Sam Houston, who quite frankly, Bill, thus far has controlled this match. He has been the offensive.
Well, he has to. Jim, he has to. He can't get behind the curve on Michael Hayes. Michael Hayes would punish him. So Sam Houston's got to stay on top of it. He can't afford, you know, he's not a big overpower. He's not like Steve Cox, where he can bench press over 500 pounds and explode out of those situations. So Sam Houston does his by condition, quick moving, and trying to stay on top of things. This is a tactical move. Michael Hayes got Sam Houston in a predicament right there, but Sam Houston got out and quickly up to his feet and takes it to Michael Hayes with an arm drag, and Hayes back down in an arm bar. But Sam Houston so far has just stayed a step ahead of Michael Hayes, and it's a game of inches. As Michael punished him, you can see the look on Sam Houston's face. Doesn't look like he's going to take much more of that.
I can't wait, ladies and gentlemen. You have the opportunity to see that big penalty box match at Sign. Don't miss it. Like Bill said, we may need 2 or 3 penalty boxes in all reality, but Sunshine and Dark Journey are earmarked for the penalty box. And it's coming your way, as is the Iceman, King Parsons, who understand their Sunshine. The Iceman will make a statement in this hour. I'm anxious to hear what he has to say.
Savannah Jack will defend his television title against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. The tag champions, Chris Adams and Terry Taylor. Exciting hour on Power Pro Wrestling. That left hook. Michael really catches a lot of people off guard because he's right-handed, but he's got a vicious left hook.
Hayes with a bulldog headlock, and Sam Houston uses a maneuver similar to that, and Hayes thinks he's got the pin, Bill, but Houston was in the ropes. He certainly was in the ropes. Now Houston back in the corner, and as you mentioned, Sam Houston may be getting behind the curve at this point in time.
Well, Michael Hayes started arguing with the referee and saw Sam Houston back to his feet and decided he better go ahead and try to put Sam Houston away instead of argue. It's much better to win your point decisively by getting the fall rather than trying to change the referee's mind. Sam Houston looks like he caught one right on the nose from Michael Hayes. But Sam Houston firing back now. Looks like he's a little on the fed-up side.
Houston with right hands, and Hayes stopping that momentum by raking the eyes. Elevation by Sam Houston as Hayes came out of the corner, a drop kick by the Waco, Texas native.
Again, that quickness is what makes the difference. Oh, Sunshine tripped him from the outside. I don't think Carl Ferguson saw that. The fans did. You can hear their reaction. She is really concerned about Michael Hayes not being able to put away young Sam Houston, so she's added her help to the situation.
Many people say that's the only reason she's there is to interfere, and one of those people is Dark Journey.
Dark Journey, who's been the focus of a lot of their efforts, and Dark Journey's trying to tell the referee what happened, but I don't think that's going to have a lot of influence on Carl Fergie.
There she is, Dark Journey, who has been adamant about this penalty box situation. She can't wait to get in that penalty box, and she may not be waiting much longer. She's there at ringside. And here comes the missing link. That's a pretty good insurance policy.
That sure is. He's a wrecking machine.
Michael Hayes has decided to get back in the ring as Sam Houston greets him with the elbow.
Oh, he leveled him.
And the odds are not in the Freebird favor.
And they don't like it unless it's heavily in their favor. I can guarantee you that. They don't think anything about running away to fight another day unless they got everything stacked in their favor.
Well, that is what's happening here. The Freebirds have left the ring. Sam Houston declared the victor by a countout. And Cowboy Bill Watson, I'll be right back with a special look at Steve Cox after this timeout.
I am just a cowboy, lonesome on the trail. Lord,
look fast, because the hands on this watch are about to disappear. Now, look again, and they're back. Why do these hands disappear? Because they're not really hands at all. They're actually electronic pulses of light. Introducing the amazing laser beam wristwatch. Destined to become a legend in its own time, we believe it will soon be one of the most sought-after watches in history. However, as part of a special publicity campaign, we will send you one of these amazing new laser beam luxury watches. Not for the hundreds of dollars you might expect, but for only $10. But to get your amazing laser beam wristwatch for only $10, you must act now. If you call within the next 30 minutes, you can order a second laser beam watch for only $5, just half price.
To order, call 1-800-468-2600. That's 1-800-468-2600.
Ladies and gentlemen, the UWF Tag Team Champions, Terry Taylor and gentleman Chris Adams, and you have a tough test in the Ninja and the Angel of Death.
I know it's tough, Bruce, but you know what? Terry, you make me feel good. You make me feel good because you're my new partner. You know, where I've been, like I told all you people before, where I've been, you learn a lesson in life. And I've learned a big lesson. But you know what it's like when you lock up an animal in a cage, you know, and you let them loose, they go crazy. And that's how I feel right now. I feel real good. Terry, thank you for being my partner. And you know what? I know Ninja, he's from Japan, of course, and I know the big man, he's 322 pounds. But feeling like I do, especially with these around our waists, I'm sure that we can do it.
Terry, it's just great to have the champ as my partner. You know, he's talking about being back and having freedom and everything, and it's great in the Universal Wrestling Federation. You can do anything you're man enough to do. And when you have somebody like Chris Adams watching your back, always there when you need him, no matter how tough, how nasty, how dirty, how mean it gets, I don't know how bad I feel. If I reach my hand out, he's going to be right there to tag me. And it makes me feel good inside because I know the Ninja is a great athlete on his own. The Angel of Death is a great athlete on his own. But these are two guys meshing together for one purpose, and that's to come after these, the Tag Team Championships. Now, something that Chris and I have talked about, it started a long time ago, 4 months ago, that we set our goals on this. Now, we've overcome every kind of adversity there could be, and when we finally came together, we got the job done, and that's the bottom line. We feel great about it. We feel like we're going to be the people's champions. We're going full guns straight ahead, and we just feel like the best is ahead of us. We've just scratched the surface, and we feel like with the people's support, you've been behind us. We love you for it. We just feel like we're going forward. And we love you for all your support, and we just hope we keep on moving in the right way. Right, brother?
Right, Terry. You know, that's what I was going to tell you. We've just scratched the surface. We're already champions, and we aim to keep these belts. We have just scratched the surface. We have a long way to go. You just look. You just wait, because Terry Taylor and myself, we're coming out for you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Power Pro Wrestling. Bill, there's a young man that's made quite an impression on the wrestling fans, especially watching Universal Wrestling, and that's Steve Cox. And you know a lot about this rookie, and he made quite an impression on General Skandor Akbar as well.
He certainly did. And you know, Dr. Death Steve Williams I really appreciate what he's doing because he feels like I do, that if you see a great young athlete out there that wants it so bad, give him the opportunity and back him up. And of course, Doc instructed him right, says watch every match you can. And Steve Cox, a former All-American from Tulsa University, he was also a state high school wrestling champion in Kansas. He won the prestigious Oklahoma Gary tournament twice, so he's got a great amateur wrestling background to go with the strength and the fire he had as an All-American in football. But Doc had him watching the matches, and because he was watching the match, he got into a situation, and now Doc's in Japan, and he's got Skandor Akbar after him. So let's watch this transition. There's 3 segments we're going to watch right now of young Steve Cox.
Boy, do I have a surprise for you people. You know, you people have watched me and followed me since I wrestled and played football at the University of Oklahoma. I just want to introduce you to somebody who's going to be my protege, Steve Cox. You know, Steve, the greatest thing in this business is to bring somebody in here and to teach them and to show them and how to teach them how to kick tail and take names. Just like Bill Watts showed me. Steve, I'm going to show you everything I've got and a few tricks up my sleeve. Now, I will tell you, the best thing and the best advice Bill Watts gave me is told me to watch every single match. So what I'm telling you is I'm going to get you a chair right there, big boy, and I'm going to give you the best seat in the house, and you're going to watch every single match.
The gang is so big, it's just he sets such centrifugal force when he whips a guy like that. There he goes again. But Teddy was waiting for him. Oh, my gosh.
The gang just...
He just annihilated the referee. The referee was just smashed. He's just like a waffle in a waffle iron, and now the gang has got DiBiase completely at his mercy. Jim, there he goes. There he goes. He's going up. Just like he did in Fort Worth to Ted. He's going to try to put Ted right out of the business. The gang wants to eliminate Ted DiBiase from wrestling. That's almost like a total eclipse. The side. Oh, look at that man leap. Teddy moved. That saved Ted DiBiase getting out of the way. Teddy's going for his glove, Jim. He's pulling out that glove. Ted says he's got to fight fire with fire. Man, it's got to save his life is what he's got to do. Here comes the gang. Gang is coming. Turn around, Ted. There it is. He just stiffed him in the breadbasket. He's trying to fire off. Akbar tripped him. That again, Jim. I think there ought to be a penalty box there all the time for stuff like that. Now Akbar's in there. He doesn't care if he gets disqualified. Steve Cox is in there. Steve has pushed Akbar away. Steve should be. Watch it from behind, kid. Oh, Ted DiBiase drop kicked the gang into Steve Cox. Now Teddy's dropped one on. This thing is pandemonium. Steve Cox is counting him down. Cox, it's not an official victory, but it's certainly a moral victory. And Teddy's grabbed the belt. He's going to take the belt anyway. Ted DiBiase's going to take the belt and leave.
You go around back jumping people all the time. That's the American way. Well, I understand that you're a protege of the Oklahoma flunk-down, Dr. Deck Williams. Well, you're in bad company to begin with. I don't know who you are or what you represent. But if you want an education, you don't have to go to college. I'll give you one through demonstration, punk. So nobody, shut up and listen to me. Nobody puts their hands on the Godfather. Nobody puts their hands on the General. And if you don't think there's any consequences, you just ask Hacksaw Duggan, who's long gone from the UWF. You can ask Kabusu, who's taking a beating. And you can ask that ingrate Savannah Jack, and the list goes on and on. So if you want to join them, boy, I got Eli the Eliminator. Why don't you just step on up here, big shot, and show them what a big American stud that you really are. Oh, and by the way, I don't do it like you back-jumping Americans. We'll do it one-on-one. Me and Wild Bill will leave the ring.
And right now, if he's not careful, he's just stepping into that kind of snake pit.
The fans are certainly behind him, but they don't have to go in and face Eli.
Oh, but Steve Cox is a powerful kid, you know. He's a tough kid. He's an All-American. You know, you can't take it, and he loves to compete. But I'm afraid what he doesn't understand is he may not just be against Eli. Oh, he got caught there, but he gave it right back. It's just one-on-one, toe-to-toe right now. Oh, all right. Oh, I love it. He popped that sucker. All right, Bill Irwin's coming to see that's what I mean. He's not going to be. It's going to be.
And they're able to put Cox
Doc better get out there. They're going to be on him. The kid's giving it all. He's giving his all, but he's got a powerful crew. There's Doc and Teddy. Doc and Teddy aren't going to let him catch it that way.
But Steve Cox was standing tall.
He was standing tall. He got shook, but he didn't break. That shows me what that kid's made out of. And these fans love it.
Introducing first to my left, wrestling from the blue corner tonight from Vicksburg, Ken Massey. And to my right, in the red corner, weighing in at 245 pounds from Tulsa, Oklahoma, Steve Cox.
Ken Massey, he's taking right over on Steve Cox, but Cox is fighting back, Bill, just like we saw him in the videotape.
That's right. Well, Cox is still a little inexperienced, but he'll get it fast here. He's got the heart. We've proven that. He's a battler. There, a beautiful drop toe hold takedown. Ken Massey onto his back. Cox following him into the ropes. Referee Tommy Gilbert calls for the break. Steve Cox, a powerful young man, works out in Mike Mogan's gym in Tulsa when he's there. Tremendous athlete, great reputation, University of Tulsa.
Former captain of the football team, I understand.
Oh, he elevated Ken Massey, introduced him to the lights, Jim. There he goes. He's got that side Soto fall away, and he's quickly on top. 1, 2, 3, another fall for young Steve Cox, a man destined to be a great star, I believe.
He's a sensational rookie, Steve Cox, with a great victory. Ladies and gentlemen, Cowboy Bill Watson. I'll be right back with more Power Pro Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, over the past couple of weeks here on Power Pro Wrestling, we have seen somewhat of a drastic change in one Iceman King Parsons. First of all, you didn't continue in the UWF Tag Team Tournament with your original partner, Chris Adams, and then the blow-up with Savannah Jack. Ice, what exactly is the problem with Iceman King Parsons these days? What's going on?
I'm gonna tell you. Hey, man, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. You know, I talked to them. I tried to get them to come out here. They fine athletes, you understand. They fine athletes. But I tried to get them to come out here. I wanted to clear the air. But I got something for them here, and I want them to come out here and present it to them, but they won't come out, so I'm going to present it to you, all right?
That's fine with me. You have a present for...
Yes, for Chris and my brother, Savannah Jack. Okay, this is for Chris. See? Yeah. This is him. Yeah, this is it. This is Chris Adams, my buddy. I took care of him when he was in there. I sent him money. I called him 5 times a week, and he let me down. See that? You see those 3 zeros? Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Now my brother, God bless his soul. Yes, this is it. Yes, yes. Oreo for Oreo. See that? Check it out. I want y'all to see this. This is what he all about. See there? Black is me on the outside, but look at this on the inside. Now that's a shame. Huh? That's a shame. If his mama was here, I'd slap her from not teaching him no better. Like mama says, it bees that way sometime. Have mercy.
Are you through? Was this all?
You bet, I'm through.
This event, ladies and gentlemen, one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, weighing in at 215 pounds, from Dallas, Texas, the Glassman. And his opponent across the ring, weighing in at 238 pounds, from St. Louis, the Iceman, King Parsons.
Well, Bill, I've heard a lot of interviews in my time, and I know that you've heard a few more, but I don't think I've ever heard any more. Those remarks went right through, just go right through you. I'm at a loss for words.
He cut right to the heart, I'll guarantee you. The man is really, it's just too bad. You know, when he has the shirt up there, Jailbird for Chris Adams, and calling Savannah Jack Oreo. And of course, Savannah Jack tried to talk him into making peace with Chris Adams to go on with the tournament. I don't really follow what exactly Iceman's hoping to accomplish. You know, it's almost like there's some kind of an influence there, but there was a tremendous influence right there. That man was just about decapitated. Oh, Ice had the fall, Jim.
He had the match won right there, Bill, no doubt about it. I'll tell you, you talk about some, I've seen drastic changes come about in athletes in all sports, but Iceman's personality is...
But, you know, the biggest change was this man was an all-time great favorite here. The people loved him. He and Chris Adams are a great, great team. And you see the people's reaction. And one thing about the people, you can't fool the people. You can't fool the people. That's who supports you. And look at what he's punishing this man. Now, you talk about brother, and he's talking about brother, and then he's talking about Oreo, and look how he's punishing this man. You can't take it away from Ice. He's a fantastic athlete. He is power-packed. Got tremendous spring in his legs, great boxing background, great wrestling background. But the man's on a trip, and he's on a quest.
Iceman King Parsons, after those comments, and now with a victory, and we'll be back with more Power Pro Wrestling after this timeout.
If money were no object, anyone could afford to pay $100 for this French rope bracelet. It weighs over 10 grams and is layered entirely in 14-karat gold. And so is this golden nugget bracelet. What would you expect to pay for these two glamorous bracelets? Because you are watching this TV station now, you could own both for just $19.95. And if you're one of the first 1,000 callers, you'll also get these matching neck chains, the French rope plus the heavyweight nugget at no extra cost. You'll get the French rope chain plus bracelet, the golden nugget chain plus bracelet, all layered in genuine 14-karat gold for just $19.95 on our 30-day money-back guarantee. And you'll get this nugget pendant free, even if you return everything else for refund. But you must call quickly. Here's how to order.
2 orders and $19.95 plus $3.50 shipping and handling to Designer Chains, Box 20, Department R, Los Angeles, California. Or use your Visa or MasterCard by calling 1-800-826-8880. No COD orders accepted.
In this event, General Skandor Akbar of Devastation Incorporated presents the Universal Heavyweight Champion, weighing in at 500 pounds from Halsted Street, Chicago, the One-Man Gang. His opponent for this event, 230 pounds from San Antonio, Texas, Bobby Perez. This event is scheduled for 1 fall. It has a 10-minute time limit.
Well, they're growing big on Halsted Street, Chicago. 6'9", 500 pounds, the reigning Universal Heavyweight Champion. Bill, this man is a phenomenon in this sport. He is so agile for someone as large as he is.
Well, so many times I tell people that if they've never wrestled, they don't know what it is to face that much mass. When you face 500 pounds, even when he leans on you, when he ties up, it takes so much energy. But he's also got the height, and that's a key thing, because with that height, that gives him that leverage where he's always above you. And so you're carrying his weight plus your weight. And in wrestling, that's what takes the gasoline. That's what takes the go power and the oxygen. And Bobby Perez, even the gigantic foot, the flat of the foot, but you see stomp Bobby Perez right over the lungs, right over the heart. And that takes the fight and the fire out of you, and it takes the go power.
One-man gang.
Oh, massive, massive man. But you see, he moves well for a big man, and that's the secret. It's like Andre the Giant used to do before he got so old, and he's 5'60", in my opinion, completely overweight, and that's what the bad thing about him is. But this man is still young, and he moves well.
And he looks like he's setting Bobby Perez for anything he wants, and that just may be the 747 coming up, boy, as Akbar has. This is Akbar's pride and joy, Bill. This is a man that is the head of Devastation Incorporated, as it were.
Well, he's their focal point because he is the champion. Of course, they got Eli and Wild Bill Irwin on the quest of the Universal Tag Team titles. The big thing, the thing that I really would like to see settled is who is the best 6-man tag champions. Would it be the Fabulous Freebirds, or would it be Devastation Incorporated? But one thing's for sure, Bobby Perez just felt the mass, the weight, the strength, and the power of the one-man gang.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're trying to sign next week here on Power Pro Wrestling the one-man gang and Chris Adams for the heavyweight championship. We'll keep you abreast of that, and we'll be back with more Power Pro Wrestling and the UWF Tag Team Champions in action when we return.
This is a tag team event. It's scheduled for one fall. It has a 10-minute time limit. Let me introduce to you first, from the Far East, weighing 255 pounds, the Super Ninja. His tag team partner for this event, a member of the Freebird family from Anaheim, California, 322 pounds, the Angel of Death.
Yeah, he's a definitely 300-pound plus, Bill. He was 233 probably in grade school.
He's an awesome specimen.
He sure is at 6'7". And we're about to see, as the fans are eagerly awaiting the arrival of the UWF Tag Team Champions, Terry Taylor and gentleman Chris
They've
Adams.
all come to their feet, Jim. They've all come to their feet to congratulate these two champions, their first appearance back here since winning the titles. And it's just a great tribute to these guys. All the stress, the strain, and everything they went through. Here they come, the champions.
Terry Taylor and gentleman Chris Adams, the UWF Tag Team Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a reminder that next week here on the program, I'll be joined by Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Massey Hyatt for some color commentary. We'll have some special interviews with the Freebirds, and we'll also see Chavo Guerrero take on Freebird Buddy Roberts.
Well, we're getting ready to have a war right now, Jim, as Chris Adams and Terry Taylor try to get in the ring. Of course, the Ninja with that stick or that sword that they use, the wooden sword that they practice so diligently with, and he looks like he's got a chain too. This is
UWF Tag Team Champions, 234 pounds, from Vero Beach, Florida, Terry Taylor. His tag team partner from Stratford-upon-Avon, England, weighing 233 pounds, the gentleman, Chris Adams.
What a great crowd tonight, Jim, and the place is packed. And of course, Chris Adams was a former world's champion for world class until that controversial match where he lost the title in a match that he wasn't even at, that never took place, wasn't even booked. And so Chris Adams, kind of in disgust with winning the title in the ring and losing it behind closed doors, so to speak, is now with the Universal Wrestling Federation. A lot of problems he's had, but he keeps his direction. He's together, he and Terry Taylor. And I've even noticed some of the world-class wrestlers here tonight. And of course, they love to come see our matches too, because they get to see these great athletes that they would enjoy, and the excitement of the crowd.
Gentleman Chris Adams, the object of comments earlier by Iceman King Parsons. That's certainly still a very touchy subject, as this non-title match is just about to get underway here, Bill.
It's a great team. You know, it's a dream team, and they weren't even in the contest together for the titles, and a series of events that all was predicated by Iceman King Parsons. Of course, before that by Skandor Akbar and his quest to mess up DiBiase and Dr. Death, which he was successful in doing. Terry and Adams together and won the titles. George Wells here tonight, Perry Jackson, other wrestlers from other federations, as they come to see what is considered by all wrestlers the most intensive wrestlers in the world, the ones in the Universal Wrestling Federation.
That's a great agility by the Angel of Death.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal athlete. I understand his collegiate background. He was a three-sport letterman. He went to the well once too often. Terry Taylor from Guilford College, a great athlete also.
Excuse me, Bill, you don't see too many 322-pounders drop-kicking in any federation.
No, but it looked like he got a little too proud of himself and went for a second one against a small, quick man. And Terry Taylor, if he makes one mistake, he's not going to be there for that second one. Terry spins under that arm, tags Chris Adams. And of course, Chris Adams with that super kick, my friend, that's like having a home run punch, like a knockout punch by Joe Louis or something like that. He can put you on Dream Street at any moment. A great, great competitor. And the one thing I like about Chris is his attitude. He made his mistake. He paid his price. And he says, I've got to tell more young kids, don't mess up, don't drink. He said, I paid my debt to society. I'm glad I got to do it. I didn't want to. I hated having to be there. But now I know what it's like. And I want to caution you, don't get into it. Now, the Super Ninja, and of course, Chris Adams has got a great judo background. His brother was a medalist in the last Olympics. This could really have some fireworks here as they stalk each other. Very, very cautious. We got to watch and see what outside the ring the Angel has in his hand. I don't know why the officials have even left that weapon at ringside. They get him over in the corner where the Angel can grab him too.
The Ninja working on Chris Adams, and Adams desperately needs to get out of the corner. Neck breaker. That was a perfectly executed maneuver by the Ninja.
But Chris Adams quickly out. Of course, we wish Dr. Death Steve Williams well, as he's on a big international tour in Japan. He's probably one of the top international stars, fast on the rise, as the Universal Wrestling Federation also makes its impact in Japan. But the Angel is powering Chris Adams. With Chris Adams out of the old school, like in Wigan, England, where they use their body for a complete total weapon. He'll use his head, he uses all parts. But the most devastating thing he has is that super kick. Double elbows. They've been doing some teamwork together. You can see they're trying to put together some moves they can do together, because when a guy's that size, 323, you've got to really shock him to get him down.
The Angel muscling Taylor back into that corner, but Taylor, you can bet, well, there, Taylor goes right back out. The Angel with a headbutt, and down goes Terry Taylor.
And coming up next, we'll have the Savannah Jack defending the UWF television title against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. So stay tuned as you get another great main event here on the Universal Wrestling Federation Power Pro Wrestling television show. Chris Adams, that quick movement and that quick nip up.
Adams with a European-style forearm. And he's taking over the big Angel of Death.
Oh! Did you see that right on the button?
What a tremendous, I mean a tremendous super kick. And now the Super Ninja comes in. I don't know how the Angel even, he don't even know where he is. Now he's back in the ring. Taylor unleashes on the Angel, and Adams has the legal man in the ring.
This is breaking down to a war, Jim. The competition is so intense. And I'm sure the Freebirds and Akbar with Eli and Irwin are watching this match very, very close. Taylor, high five. Chris Adams, side suplex. I don't even remember what the legal men are. High bridge by Chris Adams, and he catches a fall on the Super Ninja, and Tommy Gilbert was keeping track of who was legal in the ring. A victory for the Universal Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions.
And we'll be back with the UWF Television Championship. It's Savannah Jack and Hot Stuff, and it's coming up next.
Behold the beer belly. 50 million Americans need a shortcut to get from fat to flat. Introducing the Gut Buster. It's the ultimate fitness machine specifically designed to firm and flatten the stomach as nothing else can. And ladies, if you're as serious as he is, that flat stomach you had in high school can be yours again. Basic spring-ups like these work the upper abdominal region. Reverse for tension-assisted high-risers. This sturdy unit travels easily, so you can exercise anywhere. And it's yours with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So go ahead, Gut Busters. If you're serious about a flat stomach, exercise your right to call toll-free now.
To order, call 1-800-453-3599. That's 1-800-453-3599. Use your credit card to avoid COD charges, or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $3 shipping and handling to The Gut Buster, Box 60, Department E, Los Angeles, California. That toll-free number again is 1-800-453-3599.
Standing here with the godfather of professional wrestling, General Skandor Akbar, the man who owns the Universal Wrestling Federation heavyweight title, and also Skandor Akbar. Lately, Ted DiBiase has wanted you, yourself, to wrestle.
Let's get down to this coveted championship. There's no other like it in the entire wrestling world. UWF heavyweight champion and the biggest man in history. The one-man gang is a sole possessor, along, of course, with the great one, the General Skandor Akbar. Listen and listen good, Debussy. You want me, I don't have to wrestle, because I've got unlimited wealth, and you know it. But if it comes down by some freak of nature that I have to hit that squared circle, it will be the sorriest day you live, Debussy. You can't beat the gang any day you live. And that goes for everybody else. And I understand Chris Adams, of all people, who I named a slimy lammy a while back. And you certainly lived up to that dirty moniker, because everybody knows what you are. You are a crook, Chris Adams. You are a dirty, slimy individual. When you get in the ring with a one-man gang, you forget about that super kick, because the one-man gang with 500 pounds will smash your dirty body into oblivion. So don't come crying to me. I'm not going to be responsible, Chris Adams, for anything you do, anything that happens to you, because I'm the Godfather. Don't you forget it. One more time, Debussy. You want a piece of the Godfather? Well, let me tell you right now, punk, you're going to have to work for it. Remember, Teddy, I made you what you are. And right now, you're jealous because you don't have this coveted title. You'll never get it. It's my belt, you understand? It's my UWF belt, and nobody's going to get it. Nobody.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Power Pro Wrestling. The Universal Television Championship will be on the line momentarily as Missy Hyatt leads the ever-present hot stuff Eddie Gilbert, the challenger, to the ring.
This is a television title match. Your challenger to my left from the blue corner, weighing in at 229 pounds, every girl's dream, hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert. Accompanying him to the ring, Missy Hyatt.
Missy Hyatt and hot stuff Eddie Gilbert. Quite a combination, Bill.
Well, I guarantee you, it looked like she had something pretty heavy in her bag there, the way it was drooping, kind of that Gucci bag. I better Savannah Jack, well, as he clears the ropes, better keep an eye on it, because Eddie Gilbert's under a lot of pressure, I understand, from the end talk. Missy's made it clear she wants a championship.
The television champion, 250 pounds, from Savannah, Georgia, Savannah Jack. This match is scheduled for one fall or television time remaining.
One fall or television time remaining as your dual king completed his introductions. Savannah Jack, another man that was spoken about by Iceman King Parsons earlier in the hour, his brother, as hot stuff Eddie Gilbert looks nose to nose with the Universal Television Champion.
Well, I'll tell you, Savannah Jack has matured very fastly. Tremendous athlete, won the title, has held on to it. A lot of people didn't think he'd have that championship long. Oh, great arm drag. And hot stuff Eddie Gilbert, of course, complaining that Savannah Jack held his tights, but he didn't. Savannah Jack has grown a lot in stature, starting to gain that confidence that's needed to maintain that championship caliber.
Both these athletes indicative of the Universal Wrestling Federation. Extremely well-conditioned men, and this should be a very, I think, a tremendous contest that matchmaker Grizzly Smith has signed for the television title.
Well, again, like I say, I understand Missy is really getting down that she wants a championship for Hot Stuff International. She wants this tag championship, or she wants the tag championship by Sting and Steiner or Eddie. And of course, she certainly wants the TV championship, and she thinks Eddie should lead the way and set the example by wearing that belt himself. So maybe Eddie Gilbert's under a little pressure from his associate there.
Well, I know that from what I hear, the reason she came with Eddie in the beginning was because she says he is a winner and he's going to bring the gold home. But he's got his work cut out for him here against Savannah Jack. But Eddie Gilbert is a tough man.
Oh, you don't slap Savannah Jack. He really popped Eddie Gilbert.
Eddie Gilbert
forced that elbow high, got that wrist lock. Savannah Jack swung back under, controlling the wrist right now.
Look at there. Look who's at the ringside.
And it looks like he's got a cookie out there.
He's throwing those Oreo cookies around, and Savannah Jack keeping a close eye on Iceman King Parsons, and very rightfully so.
You know, you got enough outside distraction with Missy Hyatt being on the scene. And now the Iceman out there as we get back to the action in the ring, where Eddie Gilbert had gone for a body slam and scooped him.
Backing into the ropes, Eddie Gilbert as Iceman. That's got to be the thoughts going through Savannah Jack's mind.
He better put his mind back to Eddie Gilbert. He could lose that title, though, Jim. That's the bad thing about that distraction. Savannah Jack's got to keep his mind focused on what his first responsibility is defend the title. Oh, Eddie Gilbert's so proud of himself.
Missy Hyatt's proud of the results that her man Eddie Gilbert is displaying here in this television championship match on the Universal Wrestling Federation and Power Pro Wrestling.
Looks like he's going to go for a standing suplex. Good move by Eddie Gilbert. Savannah Jack has gotten behind the curve. The momentum has switched because he kept his focus on Iceman King Parsons instead of Eddie Gilbert. And Eddie Gilbert is certainly a quality athlete himself and a very able contender.
Savannah Jack now fighting back, getting back on the offensive. Savannah Jack with that right hand, and Gilbert goes through the ropes and to the floor.
Savannah Jack now inviting the Iceman, and come on in now, Ice. You've been jacking your jaw out there with your Oreo cookies. Why don't you step on in now while the man's facing you? Or is that just a little too hot for you?
We're just about out of time, ladies and gentlemen. We're out of time. Cowboy Bill Watts, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Watch from behind.
We'll be back next week for more Power Pro Wrestling.